Today we're going to be using a spreadsheet that's already created to learn how to use the sum and average functions on a spreadsheet. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this data we have from a restaurant that sells hot dogs. It sells French fries and hamburgers, onion rings, soft drinks. And then for each month, we want to know what were our total sales of everything combined together, and what was our average sales for each month, and that's going to go in here. So your assignment is going to be to make sure there's a formula and data in each of these yellow cells, and then you're going to create a chart, which is going to go down here for the month of January. We're going to figure out what percentage of our sales were from each of these different items that we sold over here. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to total up how much our sales were. All right, so that's going to go right here. So click in the total sales where you want for January, for example, and then find this button right here. This is the function button. When you click on it, it's going to open up 5 common functions that we're going to be using. And today we're using sum, which is another word for total. So when you click on this, go to sum, and it will put it in the cell that you chose before. And you see it just says equal sign sum, parentheses, and a flashing cursor right there. Now use your mouse to select the cells that you want to add up. And just select those, hold down your mouse and drag it down, hit the enter key, and you will see that the total sales shows up right here. And you'll want to do that for each of these months here. Click here, go to here, go to sum, and then select the cells that you want to add up, and then hit return. Now for average, you'll be doing a very similar thing. You have to be careful though, is that when you average this up, you don't want to average your totals because that wouldn't make any sense. You want your average of the items that you sold. You don't need the average total. So click in the average cell right there. Go to functions again, this time choose average. And you see it puts equal sign average and then some information there. Hold down your mouse on the first one and select these cells carefully and then hit the enter key and it will show up right here. And repeat that process for all of these cells as well. You're going to do the same thing for the totals for each item. We want to know how many or how much in sales we had for hot dogs from January through June. So you click total here in that cell, go up here, choose sum, select the cells that you want to add up, and hit enter again. There's your total sales of hot dogs from January to June. Average is the same thing. What was our average sale of hot dogs? So click that cell, go to functions, choose average, highlight the cells that you want to average. Make sure you do not click totals in that. Don't select totals. And then there's your average sales of hot dogs. And you're going to repeat that process for all of these items. So all the yellow items are filled in. The next thing you're going to do is we're going to make a chart. Now to make a chart, we're going to make a chart of our January sales, not totals and average though. So I'm going to do is I'm going to select the cells for January all the way down from A1 here, which has nothing in it, to B6, which is right here, the soft drink. So you'll have this selected. Go up to where it says insert chart. It's a few down from your functions. Go to insert chart, click on this, and if you wait a second, it'll show you a chart function list. And so you can go over here, and I would use this one because we want to know what percentage of our sales in January came from each of the items. And you see in the legend over here, it looks like hot dogs were our biggest seller at 22.5%. So when you're happy with the way the chart looks, just hit insert and then grab it with your mouse in the white area and bring it down so you can still see your data. And once you fill in all those, you'll be done with the project. And then up here, you'll have a button that says to turn it in, turn the project into me, and then I will put a score. If you're missing any points, I will allow you to turn in corrections if there's any problems. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.